One day he'll come and you'll stand face to face. Come and lay it all down, 'cause it might be today. The time is right now. There's no need to wait, no. Your past will be washed, but rivers of grace, oh, come Jesus, come. We've been waiting so long for the day you return to heal every hurt and right every wrong. We need you right now. Come and turn this around. Deep down I know this world isn't home. Come Jesus, come Jesus, come, yeah. Come Jesus, come.
Oh, all right. How we doing tonight, guys? So I wanted to jump in here. Tonight I was going to go live earlier. I wanted to get some things done, but we didn't get those things done as quickly as I would have liked to. But we're here now, and we're going to finish watching out the vigil, and then we're going to go over some things after the vigil's done. So I just figured we'd do it that way tonight. I hope everyone is okay with that. How's it going? Hope the sound is okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and bring up the vigil, see what we got going on over there.
You see people like, and again, you could say that I'm spouting conspiracy theories, but Gavin Newsom was enforcing COVID rules while he was dining out without a mask with his buddies. End of story. Right? It's one of those things where if we don't speak up, who will? Nothing excuses some of the things that happened on January 6th. And some of those things require accountability. But when I talk about accountability, it's for everyone. I'm talking about Michael Byrd, and I'm talking about Taylor John Atakis. I will be held accountable to the letter of the law, and I want Michael Byrd to be held accountable to the letter of the law. I'm not asking for anything different but pure and total accountability. And if they want to play this in my sentencing, so be it. I will take a 38-year sentence when I see Michael Byrd just be held accountable for 1 minute.
God bless
That's
you,
how this is supposed
Exactly.
to work.
God
bless you, Taylor.
Exactly.
Truth, brother, for sure.
Amen to that.
A lot of people are afraid to say that. I'm not afraid to say that. I'm here being held accountable, which means liable to pay. I am paying my debt to society. I am fully accountable for my actions on that day. But if you're going to hold my free speech against me, if you're going to hold my political opinions against me, and even worse, if you're going to hold other people not accountable, and try to cover it up as if I'm some conspiracy theorist or some QAnon shaman. Excuse me, QAnon shaman. Excuse me, Jacob Chandler. I didn't mean to reference you. A QAnon follower or something like that. I'm nothing of the sort. I have a political science degree. I've read the book 1984. I know how the book 1984 ends, and I'm trying to avoid that ending.
Amen.
Winston eventually gives in. They say 2 + 2 = 5, and he wants it to be 5 because he wants the torture and the pain to stop. And that's exactly what it feels like as I'm sitting in this jail going, what did I do wrong? Every step of the way, I've tried to hold myself out to be accountable. I've tried to hold myself out to settle and close the matter. I've tried to hold myself out to follow the letter of the law, to follow the process to every jot and every tittle without arguing or trying to get out by any kind of loophole. So if you're going to hold that against me, what kind of system do we have? Do our words even matter anymore? It's just crazy. So you guys are great. I love you. It looks like this next week I'm going to be talking quite a few times. And you know, we have to speak up. The courtroom, this is just my opinion, but the courtroom has become the opposite of what it's intended to be. In the courtroom, there's not supposed to be color. Color means fiction. Right? Everything outside of the courtroom is supposed to be color. You're supposed to present evidence based on the rules of parole evidence.
Right.
But what I observed was they disregard the rules of parole evidence and they manipulate it for their own means, and then they call everything that is real and true color. They do the exact opposite of what the truth is. And that's just one of the things you know, when I was a little child, I stole a little Snickers bar from the grocery store, and my father took me back to the grocery store. And I know this happened to me, and it's happened to millions of Americans. My father took me back to the grocery store, got the grocery store manager, and made me give back the candy bar and apologize and then ask if there was anything I could do to make it right. And that grocery store owner was benevolent, and he said that it was wrong that I stole it, but that he appreciated my apology, and he asked that I never steal anything like that again. And it made a huge impact on me. For those of us that are first-time criminals that came to the FBI with our hands open, that came to be accountable for what we did, where is the equity?
Amen.
Where is the judge who says, hey, we see that you're not this person. We see that you live a good life. We see that you contribute to society. We see that society is better with you in it than outside of it. But instead, they destroy families,
right.
They destroy careers, they destroy bank accounts, and for what? They will not answer, and for what? They don't want to be held accountable. They don't want to explain their actions. They're the ones that perpetrate, you know, political hyperbolic rhetoric. They're the ones that say we're the quote greatest threat to democracy. Well, guess what? We don't live in a democracy.
Amen.
What are they
Right.
talking about?
That's
Amen.
right.
What are they talking about?
It's a constitutional republic.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Hey, but
All
you
right,
know,
well,
the reason
You have
they are doing it,
1 minute remaining.
the reason I believe they are doing it is to make the American people submissive and to show what happens. But dissent is not a crime.
No, and
Yep.
also, you know, I like that you touched on that if we're going to hold people accountable, let's hold everybody accountable.
That's right.
That's why these truncated
That's all we
videos,
want.
right, that's why these truncated videos are bullshit, you know, and people that think that these videos are harmful to the national security. Well, I hope we change something. I hope that something changed because, you know, that was absolutely, you know, Ashley's murder and the police drew blood. You know, we saw peaceful Americans protesting until the police attacked them. That's what I saw. And my daughter came home from a Trump rally in a box. So I think that, you know, people absolutely should be held accountable. Michael Byrd, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Swalwell, all of those pathetic motherfuckers.
Stay strong,
Yep, absolutely.
Stay strong, stay strong. We love you.
Thank you for using.
Put out his gifts and go because I know that's what he was going to do.
Gifts and go. Tell us gifts and go.
John Atakla's family health.
Right. If you would like to help Taylor and his family out, his Gifts and Go is giftsandgo.com / John Atakas family help. Help out if you can, Patriots.
You're grounded.
Assuming they spraying it all with pesticides, easily identify the sheep and the snake, the real and the fake, giving us a reason to pray. I'm gonna make my own choices, a voice for the voiceless. They trying to.
All right, guys. So it looks like John Atakas was really wound up, and he's got every right to be. I do believe that with all my heart. So we've got a lot going on in the world, lots of things happening. Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing tonight? Yeah, let me go back through here and see who we got. We've got Lori Hayden, Genji, Annette, Debbie, Sharon, Sunkissed, Lee Bart, Tammy Mundy, welcome. Priscilla Victor, Lori Hayden, I said that already. Naomi, let's see who else we got. Dana, how you doing tonight, Dana? That's kind of hard for me to scroll on this other computer for some reason. My touchscreen's not working very well. Let's see, Nova. Stop it. Okay, the touchscreen's not helping me out much here. I'm gonna go over here. Let's do it over here. Hey, Mary M, Sherry Thomas, Annette, Susie Spencer over on Facebook, Sunkissed. I think I got everybody there. If I missed anybody, I am sorry. I'm gonna jump over and check on Rumble and see what we got going on over there today. Looks like we have several people already on, unless this was yesterday. Jay keeps asking. Susan K. Spencer, Granny Jean, Chris DL, D for Trump, Shiny Far, Nana Bear 007, TV Green, Lou Maldonado, thank you for that Rumble rant. Greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hey, Towler, how are you doing tonight? It's good to see you on here. Sorry we got started late, but I'm so glad we're here. I'm so glad that everybody is here to spend the evening with us. We're going to see through the vigil out, and then we're going to go over some things after the vigil is over. If you guys would like to stick around and hang out, I would greatly appreciate every one of you. Ellen Height, welcome over on Facebook. Thank you for being over there. Welcome to the Freedom Warrior family. We love having you. You are more than welcome. Colorado over on X, I see you over there. Welcome. It looks like we've got something going on here at the vigil. We're going to mute myself.
Lives lost on January 6th. Ashley Babbitt, Roseanne Boylan, Kevin Greason, Benjamin Phillips, and on the next day, Officer Brian Sicknick. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
For those detained, Justin Adams, Michael Adams,
Hero.
Thomas Adams,
Hero.
Tommy Allen,
Hero.
Chris Albert,
Hero.
Russell Alford,
Hero.
Noah Bacon,
Hero.
Edward Medallion,
Hero.
Daniel Ball,
Hero.
Thomas Ballard, Logan Barnhart,
Hero.
Richard Barnett,
Hero.
Colleen Bowers,
Hero.
Leo Vaquero,
Hero.
Matthew Bedingfield,
Hero.
Luke Bender,
Hero.
Joe Biggs,
Hero.
Aiden Billiard,
Hero.
Greg Finger,
Hero.
Joshua Black,
Hero.
Matthew Bledsoe,
Hero.
sorry, Kenneth Bonowitz,
Hero.
Dominic Box,
Hero.
Brandon Bradshaw,
Hero.
Larry Brock,
Hero.
Gabriel Brown,
Hero.
Jeffrey Brown,
Hero.
Jeremy Brown,
Hero.
Mark Brew,
Hero.
Daniel Caldwell,
Hero.
William Calhoun,
Hero.
Jared Cantrell,
Hero.
Gail Clayton,
Hero.
Stephen Capuccio,
Hero.
Matthew Caspel,
Hero.
Donald Chilcote,
Hero.
Shondale Chilcote,
Hero.
William Pressman,
Hero.
Reed Christensen,
Hero.
Isaiah Colt,
Hero.
Mason Corson,
Hero.
Bruno Kua,
Hero.
Matthew De Silva,
Hero.
Nicholas DiCarlo,
Hero.
Nathan DeGrave,
Hero.
David Dempsey,
Hero.
Lucas Denny,
Hero.
Robert Dennis,
Hero.
Timothy DeJargan,
Hero.
Michael Dickinson,
Hero.
Charles Donahoe,
Hero.
Joshua Doolin,
Hero.
Michael Eckerman,
Hero.
Julian Eicher,
Hero.
James Elliott,
Hero.
Daniel Ekbeck,
Hero.
Isaiah Farnsworth,
Hero.
Brandon Fellows,
Hero.
Kyle Fitzsimons,
Hero.
Kevin Galetto,
Hero.
Mike Mitchell Gardner,
Hero.
Robert Gieswein,
Hero.
Vincent Gillespie,
Hero.
Frank Castino,
Hero.
Vitaly Goshenkowski,
Hero.
Jeffrey Grace,
Hero.
James Grant,
Hero.
Matthew Green,
Hero.
Christopher Greider,
Hero.
Tony Griffith,
Hero.
Brian Gunderson,
Hero.
Joseph Hackett,
Hero.
Stacey Hager,
Hero.
Timothy Hale,
Hero.
Kenneth Harrelson,
Hero.
Johnny Harris,
Hero.
Richard Harris,
Hero.
Joshua Haynes,
Hero.
Stephanie Hazelton,
Hero.
Donald Hazard,
Hero.
Albuquerque Head,
Hero.
Andrew Hernandez,
Hero.
Joshua Hernandez,
Hero.
Eric Carrera,
Hero.
Joshua Hughes,
Hero.
Jared Hughes,
Hero.
Brian Jackson,
Hero.
Jane Jenkins,
Hero.
Douglas Jensen,
Hero.
Justin Jersey,
Hero.
Joshua Johnson,
Hero.
Taylor Jonatakis,
Hero.
David Judd,
Hero.
Leo Kelly,
Hero.
Ryan Kelly,
Hero.
Julia Guitar,
Hero.
Federico Klein,
Hero.
Matthew Kroll,
Hero.
Nicholas Langren,
Hero.
Daniel Eden,
Hero.
Joseph Leiden,
Hero.
Luke Lentz,
Hero.
Joshua Lawler,
Hero.
Kevin Lyons,
Hero.
Dean McAndrew,
Hero.
Marcus Malley,
Hero.
Christian Manley,
Hero.
Cody Matisse,
Hero.
James Malt,
Hero.
Christopher Maurer,
Hero.
Mark Mazza,
Hero.
Ronald McAbee,
Hero.
Patrick McCoffey,
Hero.
James McGrew,
Hero.
David McCoffey,
Hero.
Sean McHugh,
Hero.
Jeffrey McKellett,
Hero.
James McNamara,
Hero.
Connie Meggs,
Hero.
Kelly Meggs,
Hero.
Jonathan Mellis,
Hero.
Rodney Millstreet,
Hero.
Matthew Miller,
Hero.
Jordan Mink,
Hero.
Robert Menuda,
Hero.
Landon Mitchell,
Hero.
Aaron Montani,
Hero.
Catherine Morrison,
Hero.
David Marshall,
Hero.
Robert Morse,
Hero.
Christopher Moynihan,
Hero.
Jonathan Menifo,
Hero.
John Nassif,
Hero.
Marshall Neef,
Hero.
Daryl Neely,
Hero.
Ryan Nichols,
Hero.
Kirsten Niemela,
Hero.
Gregory
I'm not sure if that.
Nick,
Hero.
Ethan Nordine,
Hero.
Nicholas Ox,
Hero.
Brady Owens,
Hero.
Jared Owens,
Hero.
Jason Owens,
Hero.
Joseph Padilla,
Hero.
Robert Palmer,
Hero.
Nathan Pelham,
Hero.
Michael Perkins,
Hero.
Dominic Pizzola,
Hero.
Daniel Phipps,
Hero.
Mark Ponder,
Hero.
Sean Price,
Hero.
Joshua Pruitt,
Hero.
Anthony Puma,
Hero.
Chris Quaglin,
Hero.
Barry Ramey,
Hero.
Guy Reppett,
Hero.
Zach Reel,
Hero.
Mariana Reiner,
Hero.
Stuart Rhodes,
Hero.
Howard Richardson,
Hero.
George Riley,
Hero.
Thomas Robertson,
Hero.
Linwood Robinson,
Hero.
Michael Roche,
Hero.
Jonathan Rockholt,
Hero.
Daniel Rodriguez,
Hero.
Raphael Rondon,
Hero.
Greg Rubenacker,
Hero.
Jeffrey Sable,
Hero.
Ryan Samsel,
Hero.
Ronald Sandlin,
Hero.
Salvador Sandoval,
Hero.
Robert Sanford,
Hero.
Peter Schwartz,
Hero.
Daniel Scott,
Hero.
Christian Secor,
Hero.
Hunter Seafried,
Hero.
Kevin Seafried,
Hero.
Grayson Sherrill,
Hero.
Jonathan Schroyer,
Hero.
Alexander Shepard,
Hero.
Thomas Civic,
Hero.
Jeffrey Sills,
Hero.
Mikhail Sly,
Hero.
Charles Smith,
Hero.
Tommy Smith,
Hero.
Kelly Sorrell,
Hero.
Audrey Southard,
Hero.
Hatchet Speed,
Hero.
Yvonne St. Cyr,
Hero.
Peter Stager,
Hero.
Kelly Stallings,
Hero.
Patrick
I don't know if that rings
Stedman,
me.
Hero.
Laura Steele,
Hero.
Tristan Stevens,
Hero.
John Strand,
Hero.
Andrew Taki,
Hero.
Mike Tario,
Hero.
Curtis Tate,
Hero.
George Tenney,
Hero.
Jacob Fairs,
Hero.
Isaac Thomas,
Hero.
Devlin Thompson,
Hero.
Dustin Thompson,
Hero.
Edward Vallejo,
Hero.
Salvador Vassallo,
Hero.
Jason Wallace,
Hero.
Jessica Watkins,
Hero.
William Watson,
Hero.
Matthew Webler,
Hero.
Thomas Webster,
Hero.
Bradley Weeks,
Hero.
Sandra Weir,
Hero.
Zach Witten,
Hero.
Anthony Williams,
Hero.
Riley Williams,
Hero.
Timothy Williams,
Hero.
Duke Wilson,
Hero.
Ricky Wilden,
Hero.
Shane Woods,
Hero.
Chris Worrell,
Hero.
John Wright,
Hero.
Gregory Yetman,
Hero.
Isaac Yoder,
Hero.
Kyle Young.
Hero.
Those we've lost to suicide, Christopher Georgia, Matthew Perna, Mark Unks, and Jordan Meacham. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Let's say her name.
Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt.
Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt.
We know Ashley Babbitt was a victim. I'm screaming USA, free the real J6ers. She's a patriot who was let down by the system. I'm screaming for the fallen so nobody will forget them. Air Force veteran, wrapped in a Trump flag, it's Trump 24. You know we about to run it back. Nothing will stop us. We about to get it right. They can try and try, but the storm is here from dark to light. Shout out Nikki, we could never feel your pain, but just know your daughter's life won't be taken in vain. Shout out Sarah McAfee, yeah, I'm sending you strength. I hope they let your husband out of that prison today. Ashley served in Afghanistan, she served in Iraq.
Hi, Birdie.
For her country from a senseless attack.
Thank everybody for joining us
for
tonight.
justice, cause Ashley was innocent. Mainstream won't cover it, they all just too ignorant. If a white girl shot a black man, they would say that's different. But the story didn't fit the agenda they pitching. Rest in peace, Ashley Babbitt. We feeling your energy. Say her name, Ashley Babbitt. This song's for your memory. Rest in peace, Ashley Babbitt. 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 Say her name, Ashley Babbitt. Say her
Hi,
name.
Food Dang. Thanks for joining us.
I don't know if that's me or not, guys.
That's right, we love the petrodollar.
I don't know if that bubble is me or not. I don't know.
Our currency has been destroyed.
Comments on the beautiful backdrop. We got, I think, 8 or 9 over there on the X tonight watching. That's awesome. Thank you guys for being over there. In 9 minutes, we will be doing the National Anthem with the J6 political hostages. If you guys want to join us in on that. Wild one. We got Bud. Be here. Shout out to David.
But that piece of paper that you have in your wallet now that says $1, it's worth 0 right
Gives
now.
out great information.
This is amazing. This is unfair.
I just tried to get on the
So happy birthday again there, Sky.
Yeah, extreme, but we are live on the X.
Oh no.
So we have several people watching. Thank you all
Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me.
Hi, Yorkie. Hi, Carrie. Merry Christmas to you also.
There are some altercations. There are things, lots of things. There's bound to be some things go wrong. It's unfortunate.
Hi, Marilyn. Getting close to hashtag Sin for Freedom. Make sure you all come on tomorrow night. We got the J6 Political Hostage Choir coming out singing some Christmas songs. Oh yeah, and don't forget tomorrow is Flickers for Freedom also.
Pardon everything. I'm sure there was ones that intentionally went there to address it really
I hope Ann's on here. And I hope you're on here.
Worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Worthy is the King who conquered the grave. Worthy is the Lamb.
If anybody is questionable about whether or not they're
Worthy, yeah, this is
Sorry, guys. I thought I had the vigil muted. Sorry, guys. But I had a really good rant going there for a minute. So, but thank you for letting me know that. I thought I had it muted. It was muted in my ear, but not yours. So, yeah. So there's going to be issues that go on in a pod with several guys in there. It's going to be okay. There's going to be issues. There's going to be things happen. There was people there that specifically went there that weren't Trump supporters, that dressed as Trump supporters, causing problems. And they specifically went there to agitate and cause problems. We know that Clay Higgins is doing some great work investigating everything. Looks like we're going to go back live again over here at the Vigil, so we'll go ahead and unmute that.
Hello.
Hey, deja vu again. How are you?
Good. Very well. How are you, Jeff?
I'm all right. I have Mr. Dan Ball here. Hey, guys. Can you hear him? Hey, can you hear me? My microphone might be broke here.
We hear you good.
There you go. He's literally holding his little microphone that's on the little line that is hooked to his one headphone because the other one broke. Well, he's holding it together with his hands. I'm looking at the little solder connection in the back of it. It's quite ghetto. Yeah. So, speaking of ghetto, how are you guys out on the corner?
Hey, the gangsters are doing fine. The gangsters are doing fine.
Doing all right tonight.
All right. What's the weather like out there?
Beautiful.
Good.
Because if we were still camping, it'd be raining and snowing right now.
You got your tube top on. You got your feet up.
That's
and, you got the
Turbo's got a Speedo on.
Was it Speedo on or getting your groove on? It was one of the two. Which was it?
You can have both of those things, can you?
No, I think Turbo's got his Speedo on and he's about to get his groove on.
That's right.
That's right.
Speaking of getting groove on, it's a 3-minute warning. Hold on.
3 minutes. Pass it back. Pass it back.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
This is Mickey. I just want to let you know. So we have some things going on January 6th. The Look Ahead America has a permitted event outside the Department of Justice that we'll be participating in on the 6th, and then we're going to walk and lay flowers at the Capitol. And then we will be here on the corner for the Vigil as always. But there are also different things going on all over the country, and possibly in England, we're not sure. But we are going to do a Zoom call. So I told one of the guys earlier, but I'll tell you since you're the the main singer guy, that you guys are going to be literally singing to the whole country and parts of the world. So sing good.
You know what time? Because we have something going on at 2, and then I believe that's tomorrow, and then also at 8 o'clock tomorrow. You're talking about the 6th, not
9 o'clock.
Tomorrow. You're talking the 6th.
I am talking about the 6th, where we'll have Zoom calls with people joining from all over the place, and it'll everybody's going to bend to your time. You don't have to do anything different other than just know that you're singing for everybody.
Yeah. No pressure.
Not me. I'm Gail. I'm just a
you. That was the royal you. You collectively.
I am just a cog in the wheel. That is all I am.
He's a royal.
Speaking of singing, we've been practicing today. We have practiced a number of different songs. There's a couple of us that wanted to do some holiday stuff, so we're going to save that for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I believe at about 8 o'clock, we will be singing a number of different Christmas carols.
Awesome.
I think we're also singing. Somebody has us booked to some other place at like 2 o'clock. There's some stuff to look forward to, and also, as being tomorrow is a Sunday, it is also Flick It for Freedom, which we apparently missed last week.
Oh no, we flicked it for freedom out here. Don't you worry.
We flick it.
I'm not going there. Anyways, it is 8:59. So let me give the 1 minute warning. I'll leave you with Mr. Ball while I get everybody ready. So hold on.
1 minute. Pass it back. Me.
They might, Colorado. You never know.
La 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 la.
They might let you get on the phone. I don't see why not.
Me. La, la, la.
Yeah, I'll tell you about the different stuff and just after the national anthem, Colorado.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch, where so and the rockets ramping, babbles bursting in flame, gave through the night. I was still there. Oh, save us, let stars twinkle,
Yeah.
J6, pass it back.
J6, pass it back.
Hey.
Hey.
All right, we are
Pass
back.
it everywhere.
Oh, what's going on? What's happening?
Okay, well, I actually have a couple pieces of information for you today.
Tammy. All right.
Timmy's on
I
it.
did some stuff, did some reading. So, Congressman Matt Gaetz has sent a letter to the heads of Delta Airlines wanting to know how many non-resident aliens has Delta Airlines transported on behalf of governmental or non-governmental organizations since January 20th, 2021. How do NGOs purchase or reimburse your airlines for the tickets of non-resident aliens? Are you now receiving or have you ever received any incentive or reimbursement, including money, credit, or other benefits from the federal government in exchange for the transport of non-resident aliens? And has the TSA notified you of what forms or identification are acceptable for non-resident aliens to clear airport security and board your flights? If so, what are they? So basically,
I'm so
he wants to
happy,
know-
Tina,
Yeah, he wants
that
to
we
know,
could make her birthday.
is there some kind of contract that Delta has? And how are they being reimbursed about this? And how are these people being vetted through TSA to get on board planes when, we have to go, we have to bring a drop of blood from our first
We love you, Tina. We love you, Sky.
Yeah, and they're printing boarding passes with no names.
Yeah, and they're printing boarding passes with no names for these people, no names. It doesn't matter who it is. And just here, get on this plane with, a bunch of other citizens.
Yeah, I know myself. Yeah, I was, I wouldn't say too politically active. But let's just say that I used to have that, the 4 S's on top of my plane ticket. And so, yeah, I would definitely have to go through double secret security sometimes, just to fly for work. So how did these people, how are they vetted if they don't have an ID? Last I knew, you got to have an ID just to fly.
Yes,
you
you
know?
do.
Right.
A current one.
I don't know. All right, so that's
It was my pleasure,
I think what he's
Tina.
trying to do is, the saying is, courts
I'm
follow the
happy
money.
we could be included
Who's paying
in
for
her
this?
birthday.
What's the contract? What's the contract vehicle? Is this a government thing or is this a private entity? And which shell company is it under? Does it tie back to the 20 different Biden shell companies? Does it tie back to one of the family members? Is this tied back to George Soros?
Yeah.
Is this some government agency? Where? And I'm not saying who or what. I'm just saying, who?
Right.
I guess I am saying who or what. Yeah, it is who or what. My bad. Yeah. So, all right. That's it's a step in the right direction. I think it's a day late and a dollar short, but you got to start sometime. Even though it is 3 years going on since the last presidential election. But, anyways, what else do you got?
Really, that's it.
Okay. I'm going to put Mr. Ball on the spot. You got anything, Dan?
I don't know. I've been scouring everybody for information. I seen on the news just Trump's numbers keep going up, Biden's numbers keep going down, so looking good for us.
Okay. I've got no real news. Go ahead.
I was going to say there are a lot of arguments being had in Georgia about the election fraud down there. And as it turns out, Trump really did win Georgia. And I don't know what the fallout from that is going to be. But there's been irrefutable evidence that he absolutely did win Georgia. And there was a cover-up from the local level all the way up to the GOP's.
Right.
Yeah. So
Treason!
it's treason.
We
for
did that all
sure.
along, but
Right, but
Yeah.
now they've actually got proof of it. And, when Trump was saying 20,000 votes, find me those 20,000 votes, it's because they were out there. He wasn't saying 20,000 votes for him. He was saying there's 20,000 illegal votes for Biden.
It is treason. It is.
Oh, I was just saying it.
Oh, no, it is.
Absolutely, it is absolute treason. I do like that the Supreme Court is throwing the immunity back to the appellate court. It is a real punch to Jack Smith. But there's a really good article about Jack Smith right now, and I don't even like Mother Jones, but Mother Jones breaks down the all of the the money laundering and the bribes that apparently Jack Smith was involved in when he was with The Hague, and and with Kosovo, and supposedly there's whistleblowers about it. The lawyer who actually has Monahan's complaint is the same lawyer who handed over Hunter Biden's laptop. And I think there may be a lot of legitimacy about it. Of course, Mother Jones is calling it a conspiracy and all of that.
Yeah. I mean, they have to say it's a conspiracy. What other defense is there?
Right.
did I ask you Mother Jones did?
Yeah. And let me keep going. When they say it's a conspiracy, are they saying that it as a defense it's a conspiracy, or are they saying that yes, it is a true conspiracy? Maybe I'm not interpreting it right.
Okay, I'm sorry. Mother Jones is mostly a liberal type publication, and they are saying that it is a conspiracy that Jack Smith participated in any type of those schemes when he worked with The Hague. But once again, like I said, the lawyer that is handling Monahan, who is the whistleblower on Jack Smith, he is saying the lawyer that's handling this Monahan's case complaint is the same attorney who handled Hunter Biden's laptop turnover to the government and all that. So, they tried to say Hunter Biden's laptop was also a conspiracy. I think it's probably going to turn out to be legitimate, but whether they care or not is a different story.
Right. And here's the thing, and I brought this one up the other day. I'll just read it. That a former acting CIA director named Michael Morrell admitted to Congress just a week ago, he was on the 17th, that he helped organize the letter that falsely portrayed Hunter's laptop as Russian disinformation. So right there, you've got this isn't a conspiracy. This is someone that actually testified in front of Congress,
Right.
and they were what was he?
You have 1 minute remaining.
Oh, well,
The
He was
truth
the
is coming
retired
out.
deputy CIA director. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, within this article, Moynihan talks of the Russian involvement and Jack Smith and the Kosovo businessmen, and it's quite an intriguing tale.
Yeah, and he's got credibility. I mean, he's the retired deputy CIA director.
Right.
Credible. Okay. All right. Dan, anything else?
Love y'all. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Hey, you guys, as usual.
Love you.
Anybody listening, you to get involved, please get involved. Go to precinctstrategy.com. That's precinctstrategy.com. Check it out. PoliceStateFilm.net. Check it out. Thank you guys for all you do. God bless you. God bless America.
God bless you guys. We love you,
Amen.
Patriots.
Okay, get your singing
Truth
voice.
is
Get your
coming
singing
out.
voices ready for tomorrow. All right. Good night.
All right, we're excited.
The truth is coming out, guys. It is coming out more and more and more. Faster and faster.
Get down and buckle up, Katie says. I don't know. She grabbed my waist tight, so y'all better watch it.
Yeah, that would be interesting, Colorado.
Come on,
If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas,
God bless North Dakota.
the shining
down,
sea.
cowboy.
From Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
All right, folks, here comes the finale. Hold on to your chairs.
And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today.
Whoa.
'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the
That kick almost kicked my cell phone off my tripod.
That's because we're so amazing at it now. We do it without even thinking.
Right, it's a nice
reflex.
whip kick.
That's right. Guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I can't wait for tomorrow night and our carolers. That's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
So get your popcorn and your hot cocoa ready.
And Santa!
Santa's coming.
And we got a fake fireplace for it.
Anyway, we will pray for you and pray for us, and we will see you tomorrow night on Christmas Eve, guys.
Remember, we can't do this without you, Patriots. Thank you for joining us.
All right, Freedom Corner, gangsters. Don't forget to say your prayers.
All right, guys. So that was good. I'm glad that we got on there for the end of that. I always miss not being there. Why did Jack Smith want all the lies and retweets? A good question. Seen some interesting stuff on Twitter today. I really didn't do a whole lot as far as looking at the news and stuff. I just kind of just blurted it all out for a little while today. But yeah, there is stuff happening. There is things going on. Lots of interesting things going on. Yes, you are right, Debbie Robinson. We are warriors. We are freedom warriors. We love freedom. We love our country. We love our family. And most of all, we love our God. And that's what we are warriors for. What did I do? Let me remove that. Let me get rid of that real quick. Sorry about that. I thought I put myself up there. There we go. That's better. You like my backdrop there? Silly for him. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, I got, I did go to the flea market today. We've got a flea market. It's got like, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 aisles or something like that today. And I know you guys can't see it, but I actually have a green screen behind me. So I got a really, really, really inexpensive green screen. And I think we can do some really cool stuff with our backgrounds and things like that. So $20, actually. I got it for $20. It was really cheap. I don't think the lady knew how much her husband really was trying to sell it for, because there was a price tag on it for $50. But she sold it to me for $20. She said, as long as you take it down. I said, okay, no problem. I'll take it down. So I saved $30, and I actually went and got a silver dollar coin right after that for $33. It's a 1923 silver dollar coin. It's upstairs, or I would show it to you. But I wanted a coin that was 100 years older than my son. Like he was born in 2023. So I got a silver dollar coin from 1923 to keep for him when he gets older, and he can save that. And he's actually this coin guy is going to get me a 2023 silver dollar also. So I just wanted something for him, to have a memorial type thing. So I thought that was cool. Sounds like somebody is coming down. Maybe not. Yes. Oh, she brought me the coin. Look at that. All right, we will show you the coin. Anybody want to see it? All right, let's see. Take that off of there. Yes, you can see that, can't you? Wait, yes, wait, let me put it in. There we go. There you go. 1923 S. He actually, and look, he had it marked for $48. And I don't know if you guys can see this little dent like on the edge right up here. I said, well, it's got a dent on it. You still want $48 for it? He sold it to me for $33. So that's the money that I saved on my green screen. I actually was able to get this coin for the same price. So it's not in terrible shape. Actually, it's not in too bad a shape. It's pretty good. But that's what I did today. So. And I got 2 rolls of 2023 pennies uncirculated. So I thought that was pretty cool myself. Yep, Lady Liberty. You're absolutely right there, Debbie Robinson. It's so good to be here with you guys. I miss not being with you. I missed you guys yesterday. I did need a break yesterday. I didn't stream yesterday. I took a break, and I needed it. But I always miss you guys when I'm not here. I always miss you guys so much. Dana said I would have to find one from 1860. Well, this guy, he had some 1800 coins. This guy had a lot of really, really cool stuff. Thank you, Barney, over from New Zealand. How are you doing tonight? It's good. Always good to see you on here. Always good. Always good. Yes, we are family. We have been building this family up for a year and a half. Yeah, a year and a half. I mean, right at a year and a half. I started streaming at the end of July. End of July last year is when I started. Well, I was doing some stuff on TikTok, but I don't really consider that streaming. So yeah, we started almost a year and a half ago doing this streaming stuff, and we have built a awesome family. You guys have always been supportive, and I miss you when I don't see you on the day and don't get to chat with you and hang out with you. But I do have some information, some things that I do want to share with you. We have been here for a good while now. Yes, we have it, and we've got so much more work to do. We've got to keep going to our Congress, telling them what we as since they represent us, we have to let them know what we want, what we believe, what we want to see happen. We have to do that. We have to write them. We have to email them. We have to make appointments. We have to go to them. We have to do all that, right? We have to do that. And it's unfortunate, like this whole, you guys, what is going on in the Senate over there with this whole sex thing? And Tim Burchett talking about he just laid it out there how it works. This is how it works. They blackmail you. You go into a bar, you're having a drink, and all of a sudden a beautiful lady or guy is there and talking to you, and then next thing you know, you're in a room with them naked, and then the next thing you know, you're on the floor trying to make a vote, and somebody says, hey, we have a video of you on this date when you were in the hotel room with this so-and-so person, and I think you should vote this way, or that might actually come out. And so they do that. They blackmail. That's what Tim Burchett says. I'm not a witness to it personally, but that's what he said. So I wonder how often that really does happen. Does it happen a lot? I mean, is that really what's going on? Is that how these people that we believe should be voting a certain way or would be voting a certain way, and then the vote comes down to it and they vote the opposite way? Is it because they've been blackmailed to vote a certain way? Is that really what's happening? Silly for him says it's exactly like Hollywood shows in the movies. Maybe it is, guys. And if it is, then I think it's about time somebody brings the truth out about all that. It is so tiring. Like, we want them to represent us. We don't want them to have to save their own hide because they did something bad one night that they don't want the rest of the world to know, right? That's not okay. That's not okay. We're not going to continue to put up with it. Debbie Robbins says this is, mafia stunts. I didn't say that is what happened. I'm just sharing what happened, what Tim Burchett said on Benny Johnson. That's what he said. I don't know. I'm not saying that is what happened. I'm just saying that's what was shared on the Benny Johnson show. I have no clue. I'm not saying that's what happened. I don't know. I don't personally know. Does anyone in DC have any character anymore? I don't know. I guess we're going to have to find out. Or they trade vote. Dana says, or they trade votes. You vote for, I don't know what that is. Morrison? I'll vote for, I don't know what that means. I think you misspelled something, or I just don't know how to read one or the other, Dana. I don't know. Naomi says, does not surprise me. It's happening, but Americans keep reelecting and the same bad people. Yeah, right? I mean, we need better options. We need people running. We need people running at the local level. We need people that we know that aren't going to go out and do those bad things, if that's what they're doing, to run for Congress, run for mayor, run for sheriff, run for your state senators, your state congressmen. Run wherever it is you can. Run for your local school district. Run. Guys, get out there, get involved. Get your name out there, and do what you need to do. Yeah, so I met Tim Burchett in the halls of Congress one day. I was walking down the hallway, and Tim Burchett, he actually stopped me in the hallway, and I think I've told you this story before, but he stopped me in the hallway, and I was like, what? And I'm like, I didn't really know who he was at that point. And he said, thank you for wearing that shirt. We need more people like you. And it was my Ashley Babbitt shirt, the one that, we always see everybody wearing. But I believe Tim Burchett didn't fall for it. I believe that he's not afraid to speak out. And if for some reason what he's saying is not true, which right? I think we know, right? I think we know, but I don't think he would just come out and say something like that if that wasn't true. But we don't know until the proof comes out. But I didn't see the video of the staffer in the Senate building, but it sure is odd that they're doing things like that in the Senate chamber, or was a committee hearing room, I believe is what it happened. Really, really crazy stuff, guys. Really crazy stuff. Let's see. Did you guys see what happened to David Clements after putting out the movie that he put out, Let My People Go? Did you see that? Did you see what happened? Thank you, Lou Maldonado, for that super chat. That is greatly appreciated. We need that in order to be able to continue doing what we are doing. So I do really appreciate it. Did you guys see what happened with David Clements and Let My People Go? Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look. This just came out on the Gateway Pundit today. IRS comes after Let My People Go documentary movie creator David Clements after launching film. I have not read this, so let's just take a quick look at it. Just 3 days after launching the documentary Let My People Go on election integrity, the Internal Revenue Service has sent a notice to former law professor David Clements demanding $19,368 from the 2021 tax year. The 2021 tax year. This is apparently a picture of his paper. We are proposing changes to your 2021 Form 1040 tax return. Proposed amount, $19,368. I have not watched that movie yet. I imagine it's probably pretty good. I imagine there might even at some point in the time during that movie, maybe a clip of me in there. I don't know. I haven't watched it. But I know I was at some places that there was some filming going on. So who knows? Maybe, maybe not. The attack is very reminiscent of the IRS going after journalist Matt Taibbi after he dropped the Twitter files about the government's collusion with Twitter. Like Clements, they investigated a tax return filed years prior in 2018. The IRS letter is full of inaccuracies. First, it claims Clements was self-employed in 2021. Clements was employed as a law professor at New Mexico State University for the majority of the year until he was terminated for refusing to subject his students to a mask and COVID-19 jab policies. Interesting. It's just wild what we're seeing things happen in our country. Second, a fundraiser was set up on behalf of Clements with an outpouring of support from patriots across the country in which the proceeds should have been treated as charitable donations for tax purposes. After consulting with a CPA, Clements agreed that the IRS would seek to treat the charitable donations as taxable income of his political advocacy. In regards, he has not been unemployed since November 2021. He has worked pro bono for over 2 years for election integrity and the cause of the J6 prisoners. Though unemployed, Clements had to pay the IRS over $86,000. That's a weird number. While fending off complaints against his law license for standing up against the false narratives of surrounding the rigged November 2020. I'm just reading the story. I'm just reading what has been put out. The reason I said the 86,000, do you guys know that number? 86,000. Do you guys remember that number from anywhere? I believe that's how many new IRS agents that they got, wasn't it? I believe 86,000 new IRS agents. Am I mistaken on that? I don't know. It sure seems all right. Um, Stand by, please. Let me see what you're talking about over there, Colorado. The Hawk family got baptized. I did see the Hulk Hogan got baptized. Did you guys see the Hulk Hogan got baptized? What? Wow. After all this time. Isn't that something? Hi, Darylus Dunham. How are you doing tonight? The IRS did it to producers of the Dinesh D'Souza movie, too. Isn't that something? So if you put a movie out that, apparently some people don't like, they come at you. They come at you hard. Release date is in January. Oh, the release date is in January. Which one are we talking about? I'm not sure. But let's see. Loved Benny Johnson, always detailed with his info. He is very detailed with his info. Release date is in Jan. I'm just reading over. That's why the Madam and Einstein and the new escort service list of names haven't been released. There will be a lot of divorces. Yeah, probably so. Maybe not. Those people probably. He said, shout this out. Stand by, please. All right. Yes, the new agent. I think it was 86,000 new agents. They had to pay $1. So he had to pay $1 to each one of the new agents, I guess. He had to help cover that. Please pray for Colton, my adopted special needs grandson, went into seizures. Again, I'm so sorry to hear that, Jane. We will definitely keep him in our prayers. Everybody out there that's watching, you heard it was 87. Please make sure you pray for Colton, Jane's grandson. Is going into seizures, so let's make sure that we remember him. It was 87,000. So, okay, so it was 86, 87. It was close. I was close. Debbie King, hi. I remember Bono Scherer is going to leave. I don't know what that means. Hey, Party Bonza, thank you for the congratulations. I really appreciate it. Yeah, what a Christmas present, right? It's great. I am so excited. I did not expect to start raising another child this late in life, but you know what? God gives precious gifts, maybe more when he wants you to have them rather than when you think you should have them. But we're going to make the best of it, and we're going to try to give this boy the best life and dad and everything that he can possibly have. So, yes, thank you for that. I really appreciate that, Party Bonza. Yes, Hulk Hogan. What is up with that? Hulk Hogan getting saved and baptized. I've seen that. I don't know where to find that video to show you guys, but I did see that. Flyer posted in messages. Let me see. What are we looking at in the messages? Let's see. Oh, there's a flyer for the Let My People Go thing here. Let me look real quick. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick here. Just one moment. All right, here is the flyer. Let me share this tab instead. All right, so there, it did not show you. Add to stage. There you go. So there's the flyer, movie night, and meet and greet, Let My People Go. Documentary by Dave Clements. Join us January 19th for a viewing of Dave Clements' new documentary, Let My People Go. Social hour brings at 6 o'clock. I can't hardly read it. Let me look at it on the other screen here, and I'll finish reading it to you. Social hour begins at 6 p.m. Movie begins at 7, followed by a meet and greet with Dave Clements. Tumwater Ballroom, 2H Tumwater Drive, Oregon City, Oregon, January 19th, 6 p.m. No host bar. Appetizers, $10 per person for entry. So January 19th, guys, Let My People Go. Make sure you do go over, and if you can be there, do that. If you can't, make sure you get to watch it either online. I'm not sure how it's going to be put out, but make sure that I'm sure it's a good film. So I see people trying to share some stuff with me. I want to show you guys something real quick that Clay Higgins. I want to show you something from Clay Higgins. Let me find it here real quick, and then I will share it over to you. So this was something that I found that Mickey had shared. Let me get it added to the thing here. It's Clay Higgins talking about Ashley and what happened with her on January 6th. So we're going to go over here and check this out. There we go. It's about 8 minutes, but I think it's very, very detailed and
Ashley Babbitt. That, you know, you've mentioned a few times, good ladies, which you should be mentioning, because it's part of the passion of the American people. Is you want action. You want action. You want action. Some of us have been looking into the Ashley Babbitt shooting since January the 6th. Mm-hmm. And it's bad. Mm-hmm. It's bad. And
what can you tell us?
I can tell you that there was no effort to arrest.
No warning, no nothing.
Well, your past warnings. Okay. Your past warnings, okay? Uh-huh. But there had been no established presence of firearms. There'd been no, like by the time you were engaged as a police officer, at that point, this should have been going on for, an hour. Mm-hmm. And there was no gunplay. None. So this meant that it was plenty enough time for every officer talking on radios to know that there's like the absence of gunplay, of gunfights, means that it is what it is, but it's not a gunfight. Mm-hmm. You don't have to anticipate a gunfight. So this helps to determine when an officer can pull the trigger. Like perceived threat. Mm-hmm. Sure. Perceived threat has to be determined by the totality of circumstance. Now, if that totality of circumstance is only 30 seconds,
well, seems like my
then that window's closed, and that no one could expect that officer to have a magic ball to know what's in somebody's mind and what's not their own. But if it's been going on for an hour and a half, 2 hours, right, and there's been no gunfights, then that becomes part of the totality of circumstance. That an officer who has the authority to use lethal force in our country is quite a heavy burden to wear a badge and be able to do that. That's, we have a responsibility to take into account everything that we're supposed to take into account before we pull the trigger. So you had a lady coming through a window. On the other side of that lady were police officers. Mm-hmm. On the inside of that window were police officers.
That's right.
And within those police officers was the shooter. A lady coming through a window who you had no reason to anticipate was going to start a gunfight, mm-hmm, or was armed with a firearm. She's coming through a window. This is clearly a compromised position. Right. It's not like she's a Bruce Lee on a mat. Right. You understand? Right. Well, holy shit. Yeah. She's a lady wrapped in a flag coming through a broken window. This is quite a compromised position. Right. And in law enforcement, you have automatic roles to play called arrest teams. You have arrest teams and cover teams. These are not predetermined. This is not like, okay, today you two will be the arrest team, mm-hmm, and you'll be the cover team. It's a role you play according to your proximity of the threat. Mm-hmm. So the officers that were on the other side of the door had made no effort to arrest, right, and pull down this lady, but they were there. Mm-hmm. And the officers on the inside the door knew that the officers on the outside of the door were there because they'd been there for an hour. Mm-hmm. And they were sweating and freaked out and yelling and stuff. Okay? Mm-hmm. So the officers on the inside the door, when a lady's coming through a window, if that's it, if that's the red line, she may not have been arrested before she climbed through that window, But if that's your red line, then you have the responsibility to attempt an arrest before you use lethal force.
He certainly did not.
They did not. So, there's three kinds of trigger pulls. There's a purposeful trigger pull, and then you can determine whether it was a good shoot or a bad shoot, clean or not clean, down the line, but purposeful. Like I'm on target on trigger, boom, I'm pulling the trigger on purpose. That's it. I knew what I was doing. I made a decision. Then on the other end of the spectrum, there's an accidental discharge. Usually you see this, cops drawing their gun, they shoot themselves in the foot, or they're getting in their car and pow, they shoot a hole in the roof, right? That's an accidental discharge. Then there's in some cases called a stress squeeze. This is when, according to training, if you're on target, you're on trigger. Your final safety is your mind and your training and your calm, your control. That is your safety. This stuff you hear about, he shouldn't have had his finger on the trigger. Yes, he should have. If you're on target, you're on trigger.
Right.
If you're off target, you're off trigger. But if you're on target, you're on trigger. And your final safety is your mind, your calm, your control, your training, your experience. So it's just a fraction of stress beyond that officer's control when he's on target, on trigger. Boom. It's not accidental.
No.
But it's not purposeful. So a stress shooting like that is the responsibility of the officer. And that lady, Ashley, there was no effort to arrest. So, there was no effort to arrest. If that happened anywhere in America, be like, whoa.
Yeah, there'd be trouble.
I mean, that'd be trouble. If people broke into this building and they had fights and scuffles and on the way and they're yelling, we're coming to the congressman's office. And they get to that door and they kick in the door, I can't just shoot them while they're coming through the door. I have to effect an arrest because I'm not just a civilian defending you could do that in your house, but I'm a post-certified peace officer. I maintain my certifications every year on my own. I'm not just I don't just have a commission. I'm a certified peace officer. I go through my recertification training every year. It's called post-certification, peace officer standardized training. It's in every state, but every state's a little different. So I have a responsibility to attempt to effect an arrest with somebody that I anticipate to be unarmed, or at least not armed with a firearm.
Right.
And then if I'm losing the fight, then I can use lethal force. If I'm losing the fight and I'm getting beat up, or the guy's grabbing at my gun or something, then that's lethal force is authorized there. But you can't go straight from zero to dead.
Yeah.
When you have plenty of other police officers there.
Right.
So the Ashley Babbitt shooting was bad, and I will stand for the thin blue line all the time. But when we're wrong, we're wrong.
Yeah, exactly. When we're wrong, we're wrong. That's what he said. And I believe that officer that pulled that trigger, he didn't try to arrest. There were cops standing right there beside her. If they were going to go to that point of arresting, they weren't even arresting right there, right? They went from not arresting to boom. That's not that. Who in their right mind? I'm gonna if I'm an officer, I see somebody coming through the window, I'm gonna go. She's 5'4", 14-year Air Force vet. I know nobody knew that she was an Air Force vet, but she was not in a position where she was gonna hurt anybody, right? Go grab her, put her on the ground, or put her hands behind her back. You don't have to shoot that person. Yes, he absolutely overreacted. Why did all the other officers walk away before? Yeah, exactly. Why did the ones that were standing in front of the doorway, why did they get out of the way? If they didn't want people going through the door, because they weren't fighting the officers that were standing in front of the door. Nobody was fighting those officers that were standing in front of the doorway. Nobody was fighting them. They were perfectly fine. They weren't scared. If they felt the need to protect that doorway and not let anybody through that doorway, then if anything, arrest them. Ashley didn't want nobody. She knew something was going wrong, right? She punched Zachary Alam because he was trying to break the window. It was not okay. It wasn't okay, guys. I know I seen somebody was trying to tell me to show the shaman on the war room. I'm not sure really where to find that at. Yeah, she kind of had to reach up to try to punch Zachary, but there was a point in time in the video, if you guys watch all the video, there was a point in time where this look on Ashley's face, it changes. It you could see that she went from everything's okay to uh-oh, something's wrong. And you could see the look on her face drastically change. And I remember when I watched this and I seen that look on her face change, I knew she got scared. And I honestly believe that she was trying to prevent anything bad from happening. She put herself in the line of fire, literally, to keep anything from going wrong. And she gave her life. And in my opinion, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, I think maybe they did know that that bird was a loose cannon. And you've got Lindsey Graham. I seen where Lindsey Graham was saying, "You've got guns, use them." So if I'm Michael Byrd and I hear Lindsey Graham, one of the congressmen, saying, "You've got guns, use them," and I hear, Nancy Pelosi had given an order if somebody crosses that line to shoot. Well, shouldn't she be given an order to the chief of police and letting the chief of police do his job appropriately the way that he's supposed to do it? And that chief of police should have said, arrest them if they try to come through there. Arrest them. Now, an officer has been well trained. They know, if they've got a weapon in their hand, if they've got something that's going to cause danger to somebody, they may have to use their weapon, right? That's something you have to think about. But that's not what happened. That's not what happened at all. Let's see, what else do we got to go on here? Let's take a look at the Twitter feed here and see what else we had. I know there was some other stuff that I wanted to share. Let's see. Let's see. Here's just a real quick preview of Tucker visits Julian Assange.
Disgusting. Assange looks like press photographs of him, maybe older, pale. He hasn't been outside in 13 years. Bearded. Longish hair. He's a big man. Tall. He seemed better physically than press accounts had led me to believe. I keep reading that he's ailing. I'm not his doctor. I just spent, a little over an hour talking to him, but I thought he seemed very focused. He seemed much more cognitively dialed in than I was led to believe. Dressed in gray sweatshirt and sweatpants, prison issued. He's a prisoner. All the prisoners in the room had fluorescent yellow armbands to signify they were the prisoners.
Yeah, so I have not watched the full interview yet, but here's something else I want to show you here real quick. Let's see. I have not watched this yet either, but let's check it out. It might be interesting. Let's find out.
Things that will come out certainly are known and notable, including former presidents, but they are all part of a non-Senate civil lawsuit against Ghislaine.
We have some good news on this front. Very good news on this front. Over 170 of Jeffrey Epstein's high-profile associates will be named in court. Documents say that the documents will be unsealed in the first days of 2024. This is really, really important to getting to the truth. They have tried to block this for a long time. Why? Why are you defending a dead pederast? What is the purpose of defending the foremost sex trafficker in America, the side of Joe Biden? Because Joe Biden, by opening up our border, has facilitated far more human trafficking.
Yeah, so the Epstein list is supposed to be coming out. Something I did say that I was going to share earlier is the different links, the different donation ways to help the J6 Defendants. Let me see if I can find an easy way to get a list of those different ones real quick. Let's see if Naomi posted them over on the one of the streams over on Rumble. She usually posts them in the comments. Let's see, yeah, or TV Green or Tammy. Let's see, Tyler, Robert Gavea. Let's see, we've got American Patriot Relief, help for J6ers and families. That's AmericanPatriotRelief.org /J6 support. And make sure you don't forget the 24/7 number, hashtag 833-SAVED-J6. You've got, if to find J6 prisoner in your state, go to American Gulag. Here, actually, that I've got that brought up. Let me just show you this real quick. Share this instead. Yeah. So you can go to American Gulag. You can actually search. There's the arrest map here you guys can take a look at. You can click on the state. Pick on the state that you want. One of the links that I like to share out is something, because I want to be cautious when you donate to not donate to an in-between person, just because there's more problems, more things that could go wrong, right? So if you go to j6.com, and you go on here, you can find, let's look through here. You can go on here and find, a certain, which individual that you would like to help donate to, direct to them. You can give to their commissaries, right? You can give money directly to their commissaries to help them that way. And also, if they've got an updated Give, Send, Go on here, I believe their Give, Send, Goes are usually, unless they've stopped putting their Give, Send, Goes on here, which they may have. So like Thomas Smith has Give, Send, Go. So if they have a Give, Send, Go, you can link, go straight to their Give, Send, Go. It's linked right here on here. This is what I like to share out, just because it, keeps any controversy from happening, keeps anything like that. Jeremy Brown, he's got the Give, Send, Go link. So maybe they don't have all the Give, Send, Go links updated, but you can also go to Patriot Mail Project, and I think they list those links also. You can There's a J6ers receive mail, a Christmas drive. It teaches you how to mail them. You can look up each individual person, find a J6 political hostage to write. Those letters mean a lot to them. It helps encourage them. It gives them something to look forward to. And so you can look through here and find, it looks like you can go by birthday, filter by birth month, filter by military, last name, location, home state. So there's lots of good things there. American Patriot. I want to look at American Patriot Relief real quick. Oh, maybe it's not .com. Let me see. Maybe org. Yes, it's AmericanPatriotRelief.org. Be a part of something bigger. Donate. They can adopt a J6er. So you can adopt a J6er. So like if you want to help pick one that you want to help out, I believe there's a way on here that it lets you know, hey, we've got this J6er that's needing help. So there's a list of the ones that are adopted, and I think you can find one that you want to help that is not adopted, that does not have somebody helping them out. And you can go through there and find a way to help them out that way. Am I missing anything? Is there other ones that I have not said? Patriot Mail Project, Debbie King. Remember why can Tucker interview think Jay really think? Oh, you must be having a conversation. Sorry about that. Thank you, Ann Lake. Mary. Let's see. Oh, hi, Ann Lake. How are you doing tonight? I miss you. I haven't seen you for a little while. It's good to see you on here. So, yeah. Hi, Ann. Did you hear my news? Did you hear my good news, Ann? If you're still on here, make sure you tell everybody over in my 1776 restoration, or RM people that are still hanging out together doing stuff. I know you guys are still doing something, I believe. And good old DC Joe, my buddy DC Joe, I haven't seen him for a little while. Indiana Bob, make sure you guys let them know about my wonderful news, because I think that'll make you all super happy. But is there anything else that you guys know about that we need to discuss? I really don't have a whole lot more for you tonight, honestly. I think we've got everything pretty much covered for the night. Oh, wait, hold on. I got one more thing. If you have not ordered, if you have not ordered your honey from MakeHoneyGreatAgain.com, please do so. Make sure you use promo code FreeJ6ers. See, it's got a little Trumpy Bear bottle right there. Promo code FreeJ6ers. That goes to help the J6ers. That helps us continue what we're doing. And I just forgot what I was going to say. And there's a lot of good benefits from that. I was getting ready to talk about something. I just slipped my mind. One more thing. Always one more thing. Oh, we've got stophate.com. Make sure you guys, if you want to see the videos of Ashley and Roseanne Boylan and, whatever there is for Benjamin Phillips and Kevin Greason and stophate.com, David Summerall has done a lot of work over there. Patricia Canini, the baby is already born. Surprise! The baby is already born, Patricia. He is almost 4 months old. So we're going to be, he's almost 4 months old, and he's a beautiful little guy. He is adorable. But if you guys do want to help out with the little guy and, just helping me get things for him and together, I would greatly appreciate that. We've got some work to do there. Oh, I know. So now that I am pretty much sure that I'm going to be, I am sure I'm going to be staying here, guys. I want to let you all know I'm going to be home. I'm not going to be able to go do the J6 stuff on, on the ground, unfortunately, anymore. So I will be here. But the benefit of that is just like I'm able to set up my studio. I'm able to get that stuff done. But also, I'm going to have I've got room to set up my plotter and my vinyl cutter and do all the signs, banners, all the stuff that needs to be done. I'm going to be able to have it set up. I'm going to be able to do my own work. I'm going to be able to do all that stuff all the time. I'm going to be updating the website and getting that taken care of so that people, if they want to order anything, I'll be able to just do it, cut it, mail it out, ship it to you. So yeah, I think we can be effective here, and I think that we can do I think we're going to do some really great stuff, and I'll be able to do my sign work and things like that. And maybe possibly on the weekends when spring starts coming around, we may set up a booth out at the flea market and cut graphics for vehicles and things like that. So there's more I've got an opportunity to do things in a way to be able to raise funds for myself, to be able to keep things going. I've got to be able to raise funds and, take care of a little guy now. So we got a lot going on. We're going to be doing some things and getting the website updated. If you guys have never went and checked out my website, there's a few things on there. freedomexpressmedia.com. It is still up and running. You can still order stuff from there, but I will be updating. I will be updating things on the website, getting it running up in par, and we're going to be doing some more things. We're going to still be doing some live streaming, and I've got some ideas. Hopefully, maybe I can do some stuff when it's still cold, but I've got some ideas to go out and do some interviews and things out in the streets with some people, and just do some videos, some lives like that. But yeah, Patricia, you missed out on a little bit, sweetheart. I'm not engaged to anybody, Patricia. There's no engagement. I'm not getting married. I've already the baby was unexpected. I wasn't sure this was even mine, but he is. We got the test results back. I am a daddy. He's 4 months old, and there's no marriage. It's just me. It's just me, and that's it. So, and we're going to be working from home. We're going to be building this up. We're going to be doing signs, banners, vehicle graphics, all the stuff that can be done from right here. And that's what we're going to look forward to doing, guys. That's what we're going to be doing. So, yes, there was an engagement video, but that engagement was over several months ago, Patricia. That was over. That's been over for a while. You must have missed some streams or something there. Sorry if you didn't see that, but yeah, I have no doubt that everything's going to work out just fine. Yes, yeah, Patricia, I hate that you missed all that, but you kind of missed it a little bit. But so we're going to be doing this from here. We're going to be doing a lot of work. We're going to be building up our sign business and continuing to do streams and sharing with everybody everything that we can, the important information that's taking place every single day. And I look forward to that. I look forward to see where this journey leads us next, and I look forward to spending the next, 20 years with a wonderful little guy. So he is precious. He's the world to me, and I'm going to do everything that I possibly can to give him the best possible life that a dad can give him. And that's it, guys. That's it for the night. We probably will stream tomorrow night. I'm not exactly sure what all the plans are tomorrow, but I'll probably at least go live for a little while through the Vigil, do the, the National Anthem, and maybe if we've got some things to share with you, we'll share some stuff with you. Net Park says, Dave, maybe now that you're home, you could post call to actions on your community page. I know Tammy touched base a little on the call to actions. Yeah, I mean, that I'm sure I'm going to be a busy man here soon, but yeah, we're going to try to do as much as we can. We got to get some income coming in and doing the things that we need to be doing. So, all right, guys, I have that's it for the night. I am done. I hope you all, and that was not supposed to do that. I hope you all had a great night. I hope you all enjoyed the Vigil. I know I enjoyed the last part of it there, and that's going to be it for me tonight, guys. Merry Christmas to you all.
And you'll
Thank you so much.
face to face. Come and lay it all down. 'Cause it might be today. The time is right.